Okay, hello everyone. I hope you can hear, see me, and see my presentation. If not, please let me know. But we checked it with Santeri, so everything should be fine. Uh, my name is Oleg Paliy, and today I'm going to walk you through what you need to know to get yourself prepared for the next career opportunity. And I represent here today Games Factory Talents, a company I founded almost 2 years ago. What comes to the agenda today, I want to briefly talk about ourselves, what we do, who we are, and a few words about myself. I would like to introduce you a new games-focused talent board that we've been developing now for almost 2 years as well. Then I want to tell you a little bit more about the difference between the recruitment agencies and internal studio acquisition teams, so that you understand the difference and find the right way for you when looking for the next career opportunity. And then I want to give you a few practical examples from us as a recruitment agency, what you should take care of in your resume or the portfolio when applying for the job, so that mainly how to land an interview. How it's going to go after the interview, that's probably going to depend a lot on you and the match between you and the company and the culture. But I'll give you some very practical tips in terms of how to land yourself into the interview. And after the session is done, I'm happy to answer any questions. All right. So a little bit about ourselves. We are Games Factory Talents. We set up the company on the 3rd of July, year 2019. So in about a month and a half, we are going to be 2 years old. What we do, we're helping Finnish game studios to find top tech talents in Finland and abroad. We are organizing game shop fairs, recruitment events in Helsinki, St. Petersburg, Kiev, and Tallinn. Last year, at least, we organized these events, and we hope that we could continue organizing those events already like this, or at least next year. And today, we work with 40 major game studios from Finland. Our mission as a talent agency, we are the recruitment agency, but we like to call ourselves a talent agency because we want to help talents, exactly you, from all over the world to land a dream job at the game studios. But on top of that, we want the talents to be happy at work and stay and grow with the company a long time. And I'm happy to also to say that for 2 years, last year and this year, we have been nominated as the best games recruitment agency by Pocket Gamer Connects. And sorry, the presentation is lagging a little bit, so sorry for all this. Yeah, a few words about myself. I have 2 degrees from Finland. I came here to study in the beginning of 2000. Then I left. I spent 7 years working in Nokia in different roles and in different countries in Finland, UK, China, India, and Russia. For a couple of years, I was a consultant to the Finnish Economic Development Agency, known today as Business Finland. And for the last 3 years, I've been very much focusing on helping games and IT studios to find the best tech talents in Finland and abroad, organizing recruitment events. And for 4 years, I have been organizing Finnish Game Day event at the biggest consulate of Finland in St. Petersburg. From the Games Factory perspective, we offer 3 services, which I want to tell you a little bit more in details. We are running the first games industry talent board, where any talent in the world can showcase their talent to the game companies and get contacted by the companies directly. It's GameDevTalents.com. As a recruitment agency, we are known in Finland as a Games Factory Talents, even though there is no more Games Factory, but we as a talent agency still exist, and you can find us over like in the internet, and we also do the recruitment fairs for the game companies, game shop fairs. So these are the three directions that we do. We are a small team, and unfortunately, we were hit hard by the coronavirus. Many of our clients and our existing projects got canceled. So we're three people. It's myself. I am the CEO and lead talent acquisition. My colleague Priya, she's having a birthday today, and we have an advisor, Layli, who is helping us with some advice when it comes to the backend side and the recruitment processes. So today we are three people. And now I want to talk a little bit more about our latest project and something we've dreamed about for 2 years and finally came to launching it. I would like to tell you a little bit about the Game Dev Talents. It's a platform where any talent in the world can showcase their talent to the recruitment companies and get contacted by the companies directly. This is anonymous. You create their anonymous profile, we review it, approve it to the talent board. Usually we also book a short call with you. And you describe your work experience, skills, what you're looking for in a job, in a company, how much, like, what's your availability in terms of the time? Are you available full-time, part-time, freelance? Are you willing to relocate? And then your profile is anonymously published on the talent board, and the companies get in touch with you directly. If you are not interested, you are not sharing any of your personal details. But if you are interested, you can keep on like having that discussion and share your profile, full profile with the companies. But as long as you don't share, we as a company never share any personal details with the companies unless you as a talent agree. This is how it looks, and I'll just do a quick snapshot. It's very much like games industry focused. These are the profiles of some of the recent applicants. Some of them actually applied today, so I'm quite happy. We have the division of the jobs by programming, art, animation, design, tech, business, sound, and audio. And these are the things that we are looking from you to specify in the application process. Your monthly salary, your years of experience. Are you looking for full-time, part-time, or are you only looking for the freelance jobs? Your key skill stack, technologies you use, platforms, and things like that. And then it's getting published. So it's gamedevtalents.com. Please come check it out. For the talents, sign up and complete application form. I'm going to be honest with you. We have received quite many applications in the recent days, and because of the coronavirus, it's like keep growing. Many of the so it's going to take some time for us to process, but please describe your work experience, skills. After we review your profile, we either going to book us a quick call with Priya, my colleague, or we are just going to use the data that we provided for the talent board. If any of the recruitment companies, and as I said today, we work with the 40 major game studios in Finland, and there will be more coming also from abroad. If the companies are interested, they see your profile, they get in touch with you directly. You're going to get an email or a call from us, and you will make a decision whether you want to continue further with the company or not. If you decide to do it, then we will share the profile and shoot you the introduction with the company. From that moment of time, we will count 12 months, and the deal that we have with the companies is that if the company, in the end of the day, hires a talent, we get like a monthly salary of the commission. If you're not interested, of course, we are not going to share any personal details with the company. So your profile stay anonymous. You may be or you should be there if you're looking for even like part-time opportunities, or if you want to just do freelance work on the weekend. For the companies, they register, they can view anonymous profiles. They are also able to subscribe. So whenever the talents with the matching tech skills come available on the talent boards, they're automatically going to get an email. Usually we work with the talent acquisition leads or HR people in the studios who are usually getting the links to your anonymous profiles, which they can review, and if interested, send a message to you through the system. And then, of course, we hope that by doing that, in the end of the day, you share the profiles, you have the discussion with the companies, and there will be more recruitments happening. Moving forward, sorry, the presentation is a little bit lagging. I don't know the reason why, but yeah. So this was it for the promo side of what we do, and now I want to focus and tell you a little bit more now from being a recruiter for a couple of years. I want to share some my own learnings, and I've also been in the situations where I was looking for a job. So combining all this experience, I want to tell you a little bit how it actually works from the recruiter's perspective and the talent acquisition teams. So of course we all know that finding the right job is not easy. Like finding any job is probably easier, but job and work is a big time of our life, and we definitely don't want it to be wasted being in the wrong place. And recruitment agency is a good way in that perspective, that if you're not actively looking for a job or you are not exactly sure about the position or the company that you want to apply, then definitely a recruitment agencies is a way to go. You submit like some recruitment agencies, not everybody. Of course, there are recruitment agencies which you submit your application and never hear anything back. So what we are trying to do is to be different in that perspective. Companies hire us in cases where they cannot find the suitable candidates themselves. Of course, companies do publish the jobs, and you can read those descriptions. And in many cases, those descriptions are very vague or written by the technology leads of the company. So in those cases, I think that the companies are missing a lot of great talents out there, and that's the moment where they come and talk to us and ask us to help them to hire the right kind of talent. And definitely, like finding the recruitment business and we are in, it's very much like a human to human, right? It's everybody. It's talking to people. It's understanding whether the cultural fit is there in the place and whether you as a talent would be like a good match to the company. We work on a commission basis, so we only get the money when the recruitment happens. But the thing is that we get only half of it when the talent starts. So there's also a probation period which needs to be completed. That's why it's super important for us to find the right kind of match. Of course, like we never can be sure that the talent is going to stay with the company for a long time, but at least until the end of the like a probation, or at least like a year. But of course, ideally, we want the talent to fit and stay there like longer. And definitely, like finding the qualified resume is easy. It's not that difficult, but finding the right kind of match for the company, that's more difficult. What we as agencies, or what do the recruitment agencies do, is of course providing the support for the hiring managers. We usually create the job descriptions ourselves. Sometimes we get those job descriptions from the companies, but like working now for some time in this industry, we understand that in many cases those job descriptions are written by the tech leads or the team leads, and they know the product, they know the company very well. But I think that the description is very good for the internal use, not really external. That's why we also do our own. We always create our own job description, and we always try to write it in, let's say, human or talent way, how we would like it to be. This has helped us a lot. Yes, we source the candidates, we identify the hard to find talents, we interview them, we engage with them, we want to understand what's their motivation and is there a motivation. Also, we help the companies to find the people outside of the area, like network reach. We support the candidates, we want them to be happy. Just an example, like last year, we have relocated about 20 people, 20 senior game developers from Eastern Europe to Finland. So, of course, we know each of those candidates. We help them to also land here successfully. Sometimes they come alone, sometimes they come with the family, spouses, and things like that. So those are things super important. So we as a recruitment agency, that's also part of our job, is to make sure that it's not only the recruitment and the contract is signed, but also that the person is going to stay. And later on, he or she, of course, are going to come back to us in a few years when they are up for a new opportunity. We give the candidates a feedback, like scope for the improvement, and usually the reasons why they didn't qualify for the job. We use the applicant tracking system. That's a very big part, and I will talk a little bit more about that. That's a technology behind making sure that the talents that we have, that the talents that end up in our database will actually, if not get recruited to this position, will actually get recruited eventually. On the other hand, the bigger companies, and if you look at the bottom of this slide, so economically viable from my perspective are the things that the bigger companies that recruit people constantly, and in my estimation, at least 3 recruitments per month. For those companies, recruiting us as a talent agency is probably not viable, because they can afford to recruit. They can afford to have their own internal talent acquisition teams. And you see that many of the bigger game studios, they have their own talent acquisition leads or recruiters who work with you. So that's another part of the story. So if you really want to get to a company that it's not about the job, but more about you wanting to get into this company, then in these cases, I suggest that you would be actually in touch directly with the internal talent acquisition team and have all the discussions, because they're inside, right? They are part of the company, so they know the internal culture, team structure, project, and much more than we as external recruiters. They also create the job descriptions. They know more about the role and requirements. They also have the access to internal company pools, so usually it's much easier for them to start from the internal pool. They do the sourcing the candidates, and as well as same as we are trying to build that good candidate experience, it's super important for them as well that the candidates feel welcome from the very beginning, from the moment when they apply to the job. ATS, so applicant tracking system, that's something that we recruitment agencies and companies that deal with people have to use to streamline all of our internal processes. We usually get many candidates, how we build the pipelines, but in the end of the day, of course, those are the things that written in our database, but in the end, and resumes, but in the end, those are the people. But ATS, we, for instance, use the SAS solution, customized, which we worked a lot to organize to our own internal process. But it's a machine, right? So sometimes you can have or know a person and see his or her resume and understand that what are the reasons why this talent didn't land that job. And usually it's not about the people, it's really about this machine. And you can call it like a stupid machine. Or you can actually learn to fool that stupid machine. So my goal with this is just, the reason I'm telling you about this ATS is that we see that many relevant applicants never, or the best applicants sometimes don't even get to the interview. And we as recruitment agencies have actually notified a few times the companies to pay attention to a specific talent that in the end of the day got hired. But when he applied, the ATS, the applicant tracking system, rejected his or her application. And that is something that I want to stress out for you to show that you know that there is this ATS that parses when you apply for a particular job. That's the first. That's a robot, a machine that looks at your resume, like first of all. What is super important for you to get to the interview, to get to first, so that your resume goes through the machine and lands into the screen of the recruiter, us recruitment agency, or even like a team lead. So first of all, in your resume, I stress that you need to highlight your relevant work experience. If you're applying for a game designer role, I don't really think that you need to specify there that you work as a bartender or something like that, or like rather focus on specifying the experience, or at least make it look relevant. That's the first thing what machine is going to read through. Good thing that, in my opinion, is to still play with some numbers, you know, like your scores, or something with qualifications, average scores, online courses that you completed. What were the scores that you received? Because that's like super important. That's something that strikes when you read the resume. When it's just blurry, you can still put there some numbers. Even your skill set, you still can estimate it, like from 1 to 10. What is the, like, from your perspective, please, how well you know, like, I don't know, C++ or C#. Is it from 5, like average, or is it like up to 9, or is it like a senior knowledge and things like that? So I feel that this is good and very important. Format the resume correctly so that it's not too difficult to read. Top of the resume, that's probably something that is going to strike more towards the recruiter when he sees. Of course, I mean, I'm repeating myself, but we all know that you need to stress the relevant keywords. Check out the resume, check out the job description, find out there, see, like, you will definitely see what are the keywords that I use there, technology, skill stack, things like that. So use that more in your resume. That way, your resume is more likely to pass by through the stupid machine to the eyes of the recruiter. And in my opinion, it's easy to create a resume that would be long, right? It's more difficult to create the resume that is going to be short. In my opinion, 1 page is good enough. Stress out what's the most important. I would rather suggest that you create a resume, 1-page resume, and then enclose like a motivation letter. Many talents avoid doing that today. Maybe more senior people don't really want to do it, but I still feel that it's good to have a cover letter separately. And if you can see, in many cases, the cover letter is not mandatory or not required when you apply for the job. But I feel that it's more, it's another way to get the attention of the recruiter. So machine is going to read it through, and it's stupid, but to get there to the attention of the recruiter, I think it's super important. They will definitely look at it. So yes, ATS use the algorithm to scan your resume, and as said before, it can like reject it without like even informing you that it was like rejected, so it will just end sort of like in the junk. So yeah, I think that relevant keywords, read the description first, and try to like use the numbers and try to so sorry, this is exactly what I was just like listing. What are the things that you should definitely avoid in your resume, right? So from my experience and from our own ATS perspective, I can say that graphics, icons, symbols, text boxes, tables, graphs, underlines, horizontal lines, long vertical lines, side panels, dark colors, italics, quotation marks, hyperlinks, photos, font sizes less than 11 points. I hope that, I mean, this presentation will be there, so you can get it later. But these are the things that I stripped from our own like ATS. What are the things that I feel that you should avoid in your in your resume, and probably also in your like motivation letters. These are my details. I'm happy. Like if you have any questions. Hello.
Welcome back. Everything all right?
Did you guys hear my presentation?
We did hear your presentation. You probably just disconnected, so you can answer the questions. There's a couple in the chat. So
What time did I disconnect?
and
Sorry.
just at the end, so just a
Okay.
second ago.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think that you guys can like share the presentation. Like I have it in the Google Drive, so I can definitely like send it over if you want to.
Sure thing. But yeah, feel free to continue with the chat. There's a couple questions, and for the Facebook part, I don't think there is any active discussion. There has been a lot of active followers.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. It is connected as soon as they showed your contact info. All right. Good. I think I tried to address there the most important part. Um, uh, so Daniel is asking about the fees involved. We have few services. So if there's a company and looking to fill a position, like for now, just to let you, usually we look at the description, we see what the company is doing, what is the project, and things like that, and then we give a quotation to the company. What would be the fee per position to hire? We just closed pretty good, in my opinion, like a senior backend developer like role for one of our customers, and. Yeah, I mean, the fee was 7.5K per position. It's paid, half of it is paid on the first day of employment, and another half is paid after like 3 months. If the person stays for 3 months, then we eligible to the second half. And if the person leaves, then we have to find the substitute. That's a deal. That's a part of it. If you recruit directly from the talent board, then we are just asking you for a month's salary. That's it. But you do all the work, so we don't source for these candidates. You can subscribe, and we will let you know when the candidate appears. And yeah, and I think it's always very individual. We've been also helping some freelancers to find some small consulting projects, so it's going to depend. And I feel that today, in the current circumstances, we want the industry to grow so that we grow with the industry, so we can be also like very flexible. We have many talents that are now coming to the talent board, to this game dev talents, also from Finland, that are either worried about the future, like right now, or actually would like to offer, have a free time to do some consulting. And I feel that that's going to be probably something very useful, probably after this corona is gone, or till it's still there. I think that it's a good opportunity. I feel that the industry is like changing a little bit so that the people can contribute more to the industry without actually being employed full time and only working for one company, which I think is good if you can share your experience. Okay. Is there anything else you would like me to do? Like, can you still hear and see me? If I will just briefly, I mean, if I have any game dev talents. So I just want to show you this talent board that we've been working on, GameDevTalents.com. Just to give you an idea of how it works. So for talents, when they sign up, we ask them to complete a form with all the details that we put there. This is actually the moment with my presentation where I'm really looking forward into receiving the resumes and cover letters from the applicants. You get to select, like, are you available full-time, part-time, or as a freelance? So please, like, have a look at it. And what happens next is that we have that list of the talents that currently available, and we split it by programming, art, animation design, tech, business, and sound design. So this is not yet complete. So in June, we are going to launch a full version where talents would be able to come and do much more. Right now, the only way for them is that they sign up and they get their profile available and be able to get in touch with, like, the companies are able to get in touch with them, like, directly. These are the monthly salaries. So for some of the people that are looking to for the permanent position, some people that didn't specify it, we don't have it specified. But the thing is that already in June, we will give more possibility for the talents to actually specify more their tech stack and also be able to edit their profiles in the future, enable, disable them. Right now, the current version is that you still have to apply, and this information goes to the talent board. So if you want to take it out, you need to get in touch with us, like, separately. But yeah, I mean, in June, I think it's going to be much more rich in terms of the content. But even today, I would really encourage you to come over. And if you yourself are looking for the new opportunities or would actually like to get your profile there and receive some offers, please apply. Yeah. I listed here only like a fraction of the companies that hiring, companies that have been subscribing to the service and we worked with. Yeah, I mean, as a talent agency, so why to apply to us? As said, that we will contact you. We want to know you better. We will definitely give you the feedback back. So we're not one of those companies that you never hear back from us. If the companies are interested, at this moment of time, we will get in touch with you directly and discuss whether you would be interested to share the profile. But already in June, you will be able to receive these notifications directly from the company and make that decision yourself. So it will be totally, like, automated. And questions we have received: can my employer find me at the talent board? So of course they can see your profile, but they would never know it's you, right? Because even if they get in touch with you and you don't share your profile, so then they don't know. But as said, what I see is good is that yes, we received quite many applicants of the people who are senior and worried about a little bit about the future. That's one thing, but also we got quite many applicants who actually employed, not only in the games industry, but some senior backend developers who actually say that, okay, I have few hours, maybe like 5 to 10 hours per week that I can contribute and help with, like, porting the backend from AWS to Google Cloud and things like that. So actually, I think that this is a big opportunity also for smaller studios to take advantage of it. If you go today to any job board, right, and look for the jobs that are available in the games industry, you would only see like a permanent positions, right? If you're happy with the job you're doing with the company, but you have time and experience and you want to help others, of course not for free, with like some money involved, then these job boards are not for you, right? Because the companies are looking for permanent positions. But where for smaller studios, I think that's a big opportunity. So I think that hopefully already in June we will see like a lot of traffic. But yeah, if you are interested in either finding the talents to work on your next project, as a company, I encourage you to come over and subscribe, send us an email, and tell us a little bit about the technology stack that you're looking for, and we will get in touch with you when talents appear. But if you are a talent and you want to sell your full-time or part-time, I encourage you to drop us the line and get a spot on the talent board. Okay, I think with this being said, okay, yeah, I see some questions, so I can share. From the talent board, we have recruited only one person so far, but so within these 3 months, only one person got recruited. But you never know, it will grow. Are you, yeah, I mean, guys, send me then, I don't know what to say more. I mean, I checked the questions, so if you have any more questions, please send it out. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Yes, we recruited quite many, like as I said, like 20 senior developers from abroad and 5 seniors like in Finland. So I think that now we have a possibility to also recruit people in Finland more. And we want it, right? I mean, we are a part of this Finnish games industry, so we also want to support the local game developers, like in the current like circumstances and in the current difficult times. So I would say that that's good. Yeah. We recruited directly because the companies. So yes, this is a new service. This is a new service. We've been like working on it. We've been like slowly launching it. As you know, we've been mainly working as a recruiting directly, and as you know, we've also organized these recruitment events. But you know what happened to the events? So we haven't actually now, maybe after this conference, we should talk with you guys and think whether we can use the same approach in organizing the recruitment events. But all our recruitment events, they've been like offline in Helsinki, in St. Petersburg, and Kiev, and in Tallinn that we did last year. So this year, when the events got cancelled, we sort of focused our efforts on this service. So all of our effort went to this, and we actually, that's what happened to the company. So actually half of the company, unfortunately, I had to let go, and that half of the company, another 3 people that worked with us, their primarily focus was the organizing and hosting the event. So we actually had to postpone this whole activities until further noticed. So me, my colleague, and Lily, we focused more on actually concepting, drafting, and now launching this new service. So the backend is ready, processes are ready, screening is ready, we're GDPR compliant. We have a good service provider hosting all the personal data. We have the processes in place. We have applicants coming in, so I just haven't had time yet to get everyone on board there. But as I said, like in June, I think this is the time when you will see also like good traffic. And then we're also going to give you much more to talents, much more flexibility. So today it's just the form that you submit and we review and get in touch with you. And in June, we plan it so that you would be able to sign up yourself and modify your profile, switch it on, switch it off, like add there like employment possibilities and things like that. So there will be much more features coming up. All right, guys, this was my first experience with making the presentation online. So thank you very much, Santeri, and thank you very much, guys, for organizing this. I'm happy to answer any questions. My details are there. You can send me things over email. And yeah, have a great day. So now I have time to I'm going to join some and hear some presentations. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you.